Another category is the hazard material storage section. We want to make sure that you have the proper storage, dispensing locations, and you want to make sure that if you have cylinders that are utilized during this process, you want to make sure that they're secure in whatever storage location you have those in. But the other thing, it's the main and important, is the NFPA 704 placarding, to where you can see that the facility, building, or location should be placarded for proper identification for anyone that comes around to the facility, as well as responding emergency personnel, so that they can look at those placards, which they're trained in those fields to be able to recognize what the categories are clearly marked for, what they need to do in an emergency situation to either make sure that their process of eliminating the emergency situation pertains specifically to whatever is necessary with that location, or keep it out of that location. So you want to make sure those are properly identified and marked. Okay, we want to talk about, again, with the exit ways, and there's several things that we want to take into consideration. Obviously, we look at the construction features as well. There's different means of setup to where you can quarter sections off where you got fire-rated doors. Your stairways should have no storage whatsoever in, and make sure the doorways remain shut, because that keeps smoke and gases from going access to the stairways and acting like a chimney effect and going all the way up to additional floors. So we want to make sure that if you replace doorways, that you replace them with the proper doors, and you can see that they're clearly marked on the inside doors to show what the rating is of the door, so it's properly changed out. Again, your minimum aisle widths are generally 44 inches, so you want to make sure you maintain those. And again, storage practices are very important in order to keep ordinary combustibles away from ignition sources that may create fire situations. So you want to maintain a clean and neat facility in reference to your storage practices. Okay, the other section we're talking about is your utility mechanical HVAC locations. You want to make sure that you all have those locations properly clear of any kind of combustibles. Depending on whether you have electrical or you have a natural gas system, you want to make sure that you understand the proper maintenance for those locations, because obviously if you have a natural gas unit, you want to make sure that you really keep the combustibles away from those pilot lights. You want to make sure that you monitor all those areas and they have the proper detection devices in those locations, and make sure that no combustibles are stored in and around or on the unit itself. And make sure that you maintain the cleanliness of your duct areas and properly maintain those. And obviously, depending on the type of facility you have or the usage, depending on when you go to AC and back to heat, you want to make sure all those are checked and cleaned so that you don't have any buildup of unnecessary dust and stuff like that in order to maybe prevent a fire situation. So you want to make sure these storage areas are also clear of any combustibles, as well as your mechanical rooms, electrical rooms, as we talked about. All these are very important locations that are not visited very often by employees or the owner-occupant, so you want to make sure that these are properly maintained so that they're worry-free when it comes to any fire issues or emergency issues that may arise from your facility.